Hello.
Hi. We're here to watch Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. We are going into this just a smidge, tiny, slightly different than we usually do.
Ooh.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We're just going to give you a little treat. I don't know if you know this. You should know this. But we have degrees.
College ones.
College ones at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my degree in creative writing.
I have my degree in film with a minor in creative writing.
And when we watch things, we often look at things from a writer's perspective.
Or from a film perspective.
But we're doing that even more so. And, fun fact, I just reread The Hunger Games for the first time since I was about 16.
I also have not seen the movie in so long.
Have not seen the movie in a while.
Like, I feel like I probably have seen it about, like, twice or 3 times.
I have definitely seen it twice.
And I don't know how long ago that was.
The first time I saw it, I was 14, and that was when I read the books. And then my mom and I binged all of the movies when I was like 18. And that was the last time I saw them.
I can't remember if I read the books before the movies came out or if I read them like as the movies were coming out.
Maybe
and
it's
like
a mix.
maybe it's I think I might have started right like when they announced that the movies were coming out, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'll read it.
Yeah.
Or I read it before. I literally, you guys know, my memory is awful, so I have no idea. Just know that I read the books and I also watched the movies.
Also, if you don't know, here's our names. This is who we are. I just reread the first Hunger Games for the first time since I was young and since getting my degree, and I recorded my notes on it. So I'm gonna put a little compilation and insert it, or whoever's editing this will insert it right here. Hi. Hold on. Let me just address a few things. Number one, I need to apologize for how I looked in that first video, because I looked back at it. I was like, first of all, why is one sleeve higher than the other? Got a bra strap showing and everything. Right before I recorded that, I was doing all the setup and trying to figure out how I wanted it to look and doing all that. By the time I sat down, I think I was tired. I looked crazy. I just went to record real quick. Number two, I messed up something with the audio, so no, it's not your headphones. You can only hear me on the, I think, left side. That was a mistake on my part. Didn't mean to do it. This has been something that I wanted to do for a long time, which is basically going through a book, any book. Right now, it's The Hunger Games, as you know, because that's the title. And sort of analyzing it. In terms of The Hunger Games, the first time I read it, I was like 14, and I thought it was cool. I think I also read it again when I was 18. No, I wasn't even 18. I was 16. I don't think I've read it since, and I certainly have not read it since I started studying creative writing. Before we do that, I want to get comfortable. It's in first person. I actually think that writing first person is a good thing to do when you're starting out writing. Like, it's good practice because you're inserting yourself into the perspective of your character. Katniss is such an interesting character to follow, more so than even like if we were to follow Gale. She doesn't have like any draw of rebellion. You know, she doesn't even have like the initial thought of running away. She doesn't seem to understand why Gale would even think to bring that up. Katniss's way of dealing with her situation is just surviving. I think one of the funniest things about Katniss is her lack of emotional awareness. Also, them saying that this thing is rarely used is so funny, because they be using that willy-nilly Dickie and Dawn all over the movies and the books. Katniss's mother, I kind of wanted to drop kick her. Like, I do feel really bad, and depression, it's not a small thing, but I also want to like pop her in the face. There's something very, very strange in the beginning of chapter 3. She's talking to us and explaining herself, and that's not the way that it's been written. Can we talk about Madge for a second? Madge and Cinna are some of the most intriguing characters to me, because they seem to be within the world of privilege, of gain, but they're so aware of everything else, Mad should have been a movie. When I was reading Gale and the way that he was talking about like getting out and all that stuff, I don't want to say he lacks in empathy because he definitely has it. He's like, it's just hunting. And I'm like, yeah, these are people. He's like, how different is it? It's different. Haymitch is also such a really like sad character, but nobody's saying, oh man, every year he has to watch these kids die. Maybe that had an effect on him. Maybe that's why he's drunk all the time. Rue gets brought up in this chapter, and it says very distinctly that she has dark brown skin. I don't really have anything to say about that. I just wanted to mention that. Oh my god. The way that they have this like opening ceremony showing off all the tributes, and she's sitting here talking about how nudity and being naked is one of the things that happen. These are kids. At the absolute oldest, they're 18. At the youngest, they're 12. Are you telling me that they're put on a horse carriage and have to ride on friggin' camera in front of all of these people and the friggin' president naked? And then back to Katniss and her mom, because Katniss keeps going back to her mom. The fact that her mother is like, you always eat like you'll never see food again. Ma'am, why would you even say that? What possessed you as a mother who is not providing for her children in any way, shape, or form, forcing your daughter, who's like 15 at most, to go out there illegally so that she can bring food to the table for not only your youngest daughter and herself, but you, and you have the nerve and audacity to say that? I can't. The Hunger Games aren't a beauty contest, but the best looking tributes always seem to pull more sponsors. Considering this is a show about children and most of the sponsors are probably going to be adults, there's something very gross about that. You're like, ooh, I want that one because she's the pretty hot one. Like, okay, well, she's 15, so yes, I'm in a different location than I usually am. Now, the reason I'm in here is because Anya's been on a Sims binge for the last day, kind of 2 days, and I don't see her stopping anytime soon. Deli Cartwright, who is somebody who they also left out of the movies. Anyway, she calls her a pasty-faced, lumpy girl with yellowish hair. Pasty-faced, lumpy, yellowish hair. If somebody described me like that, I'd run away. Lumpy, like, what does lumpy even mean? Does that mean like plump? Is she thick? Because then shout out to you, girl, for eating. This section I do actively hate. The narrative is like, what did he say? It's as if the words make no sense. So why did we read them? I feel like there is very little creativity within the narrative of this book. The whole section that I read was like action. She is so good at writing action. It is actually crazy. Like, I don't even know what exactly it is. I think being in first person and present gives you immediacy. I was running and then I am running. Like, what's more tense? Peter reveals himself to be working with the careers. She drops down from the tree and she works her little Debbie Ryan smirk to the camera. Katniss doesn't know how to pretend or emote, so I don't even think that she did the smirk that she thought she was doing. I genuinely picture Debbie Ryan. You can always tell what part Suzanne was most excited to write. Like, the way she writes about this fire is so beautiful, honestly, despite the like scariness of it. I know for a fact that the way Glimmer is described here in the book is not how they did her in the movies. In the book, she is literally grotesque. I feel like the way that it was described in the books should have been closer to the way that it was described in the movies. The whole beginning of the next chapter, which is chapter 15, Katniss talks about all these like ongoing nightmares that she has, and she describes them, but we don't see them. I think it could have been a really cool way of exploring different things in Katniss, exploring different relationships, including with her father, with her mother, with her sister. I hate hearing about things like that rather than just reading about it. It's so smart to put Rue in, having Rue there and having Rue remind her so much of her sister, which, is such a thing, is a way of seeing her relationship with her sister in a situation where we can't really see the relationship with her sister. Rue gets speared in the stomach. I don't even think I teared up when I read it when I was 14, but today, this morning, when I read it, I don't know why it got to me so much. You know what? I do. I am a big sister, and I would do anything for those little nuggets. The way that Peeta's camouflage is described in the book versus how it's described in the movie, like, it just kind of grates on my nerves, the fact that they had, like, movie magic. He somehow turned himself into a rock. With what? The descriptions that Miss Suzanne Collins uses is so great, and she is not afraid to be gross. When Katniss is dealing with trying to help Peeta's leg and heal it and everything, she's like admitting that she's no good at any of it, and she's like disgusted. She like is so much more honest with her feelings in this part of the book, specifically with Peeta, and not even just honest, because I feel like she recognizes some of her feelings, but like forthcoming with them. This I distinctly remember being my favorite part of the books when I was a teenager, but I like kind of hate it. She kisses him and she says the first time she kisses a boy, and it's like, oh, I wish that was an actual sweet moment. At almost every single kiss, it kind of made my skin crawl. There's nothing romantic about any of this. On that same note, it made me really enjoy the sweet moments that had nothing to do with the script. When she's telling the story about the goat, she talks to us and she's like, so here's the real story of the goat, not the one that I'm telling to Peeta. It's so weird. There's all of these conversational, like, I'm telling a story tones within the book, but for the most part, that's not what it is. It's just like we're there experiencing it with her. Like, I wouldn't hate it if it was in the entirety of the book, but it's not. It's sprinkled in rather than just being the story. So at the part where they learn about the feast, Peter's like, nah, and they're going back and forth. I noted it at this part about how much I miss dialogue. But that's what makes her being allied with Rue and then with Peeta so great. But I think there's a safety and a trust that she has with Peeta, that she doesn't have to be on edge and hard all of the time. She can like have a moment to feel the things that she feels. I just wish that it didn't have to be along with this game. How must Fox Face's friends and family feel when they are seeing their daughter, sister, and she's only being referred to as Fox Face? How is it that we don't know names? Do they not display them at all? Is it just like, oh yeah, the District 1 tribute and the District 2 tribute? I'm just realizing that. That's so dehumanizing. There's a few things that Suzanne Collins is really good at, and one of them is action, and another one is tension. I don't know what it is. I think it's that she's able to take a moment and just have a breath. I don't like the part where Katniss says that she's yet to go Cato and everyone else were minor obstacles and distractions from the real battle. I hated that part. Like, everybody else is just an obstacle. Their deaths mean shit. That's what she just said. I think you can say it without saying that everybody were minor obstacles and distractions. You can just say, like, the whole game was actually gearing up towards this thing between me and Cato. Katniss got really white, really Caucasian at the part where Cato came barreling at them, and she realized that he had been running for a minute, and she's like, oh my god, what is he running from? Let me look. It don't matter what he's running from. Like, girl, you run and find out later. That is the rule every time. Every time when somebody's running, you run, period. Cato's whole death is horrifying, but it's so good that like everybody is a victim of the games, even him, who's been so awful the whole time. I like the part where she's like feral trying to get to Peeta. I hate the line, for a moment I forget we're out of the games. How about say that after? Just have her go off and then be like, oh wait, yeah, I'm out of the like, Suzanne's writing is so, it's very show or tell don't show, and it's probably my least favorite thing about her writing. I think if you're going to introduce that they watch the recap of the games, then barely have it in there. Like, I think it was just a few paragraphs long. I think that is the perfect space in the narrative to talk about things that she missed. She doesn't even have to talk about it long. Overall, very great YA book. In terms of the narrative and like actual writing of the story, some things were really strong. Like, I think all of her descriptions were really good. But at the same time, whenever she would reflect on things, it was like she was talking to us. It was few and far between rather than being like a constant thing, and that was really distracting every single time. A few lines that I thought were super unnecessary, almost all of them were like tell instead of show. I don't mind it all of the time because the writing in general is very blunt and to the point, but sometimes like I was like, you don't have to tell me that she forgot that she wasn't in the games. Just have her experience that. And there were a lot of moments like that, and they got more distracting as I read. So that's pretty much all I have to say. If you enjoyed this, please let me know, because this is my first time trying it out, as I've mentioned before. Yes, if it's something that caught your interest and that garnered your attention, say something in the comments. I don't usually specifically ask for comments, neither me nor Anya, but because this is so different from what we usually do, I want to get a gauge on how well it was liked. I'm really excited to watch The Hunger Games tomorrow and see it from the perspective of somebody who literally just finished the book. This has been fun. Bye. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Did you like Ishar's little comments?
I hope you did. If you want to see more, because I recorded a lot, then I'm going to put them on Patreon as an exclusive.
Yeah.
It is going to be $20. So sorry for that expense. But it's not exactly a movie, so it can't be in our movie tier.
And if you haven't read the books, I think you should. I remember enjoying them. I was also a teen when I read them, and my idea of entertainment and like books was different back then.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they are now because I haven't read them yet.
They're okay.
That sounds about right. I think Mockingjay was my favorite.
If you would like to see the uncut of this Hunger Games reaction, then the link will be in the description for $10, not $20, I promise. Other than that, we're going to get into it.
All right.
Let's go. I think we've talked your ear off enough. Let's get into it.
Oh my God, we're supposed to be reading this.
Oh, wow, they put words in it.
I didn't remember this. I don't like the font.
I'm not a huge fan of the font either.
Because I didn't think I was supposed to be reading it, and it's moving so fast. Wait.
What defines your personal signature?
Okay, Brim.
That was good. What defines your personal signature? A child screaming.
Yeah, my name's only been in there once. They're not gonna pick you.
LOL.
Yeah, who's that?
Who knows?
I don't know who that is.
It's so funny. People were so upset about it, and then they switched the cat in the next movie.
Yeah, and the thing is...
Because why change it?
The thing is, when you do things like that, first of all, I hate the shaky cam in this movie. Is this The Hunger Games? No, the thing is, when you switch little things like a cat or the color of a dress, it shows like a lack of caring and a lack of attention to detail. Because, so it may seem small. Yeah,
because like people are like, oh, well, it's just a cat. It's like, yes, but like
it shows care.
She says what kind of cat it was, so why not put that cat in there? You know, like, why get a different cat? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I can say that the only Hunger Games movie that I haven't seen is Mockingjay Part 1.
Because she refused.
Yes, because I knew exactly where they were going to end it, and then when people saw it and they told me where they ended it, I was like, I'm not watching that. Because this was the time period where they were like giving everything a part 2.
Yeah, because Harry Potter did
Yeah, and I hated it because I was like, not everything needed a part 2.
That was awkward.
What just happened? Why did we spin like that?
I'm trying to understand what's going on.
I remember, aren't they supposed to see the tongueless people?
First of all, no.
They're not supposed to see them?
Like, yes, but no. Not in this because they're not in it, but also that wasn't the part.
Oh, yeah, no, I just meant like in the...
was it then?
Yeah, like, because I thought, don't they see them in the forest or something like that first?
Yeah, but it's from way before. Like, it's a flashback, not in the beginning.
Yeah, I just remember that she was supposed to have seen them, but she only sees them at the place in this one.
Yeah, but they don't even point them out.
No, they don't point them out. They're just there.
Yeah.
They don't ever mention
And I don't even think you know that they're tongueless or anything like that.
They don't ever say anything. Also, if you shipped Gale and Katniss, why? First of all, dude, you're over here like, oh, you're like my sister. And then you get pissed off when like she's with somebody else. Like, no, you don't. Get out of my face.
How many times did your name in today?
42.
Jeez.
It's your last year, though.
I know, that's gotta be like, once you pass that age, you're like, oh.
Here's my other gripe.
I hate this part. I hate it.
Why did you get rid of Queen Madge or Mage? I don't know how to pronounce her name.
You get rid of her whole character.
That's awful. She's so...
important.
Yeah.
She's so important.
Is it Madge or Mage, y'all?
That's the thing about reading. You never know.
I never know. It's not like she's in the movie, so I can learn.
I also remember that I'm pretty sure her mom is less of a bitch in the movies.
I don't know if she's less of a bitch or you just like they don't have a better way of showing that tumultuous relationship. Because at this point, they were okay-ish. The part where they were like really bad was when like right after her dad died.
Yeah. But I remember like when reading it, like Katniss was, I guess because you'd have to show Katniss being more like angry at her.
Yeah, and she's not even like she's angry because of course she is, but the way she acts towards her is very indifferent. So I have some sympathy for her mom, but it does not extend far.
Oh yeah, no, of course I have sympathy for her. I'm like, yeah, you lost your husband, but like you need to be a good mother still.
I understand what depression can do.
Like, but you got kids, you know?
You got kids, and the way that the books describe
how she was treating them,
not just how she was treating them, but how they looked. Like they were sitting here with their ribs poking out, and she wasn't doing nothing.
You see your kids struggling like that?
Unfortunately, she doesn't even get Worst Mom of the Year award. No, that goes to Peta's mom.
Yeah.
Because that's a bitch. That's a bitch right there. And she has no redeeming qualities about her.
Girl, I get it. I'd be panicking too. I'm like, can I just not show up? Can we run in the woods?
Like, what would happen?
Like, what if I just didn't go?
What would they do? Oh, kill me. Okay.
They would purposefully pick out your name. Be like, yeah, no, you're going.
You're going.
Can we get a steady camera moment just once?
No. Because,
like, I feel like I can't see.
That is literally my least favorite thing about this movie. It gives me a headache.
It's like watching Thor with the Dutch angles.
Yeah, except worse. At least I can see.
Like, it's kind of making me nauseous.
Yeah, but it's the whole movie.
I get what they're trying to do with it. Like, they're trying to show you how, tense it is and, like, the feeling. But, like, it's
I feel
not great. Sometimes a steady moment is great. Sometimes a steady moment can do wonders.
You're not going to show Haymitch falling off the stage?
No, they, like, barely showed him at all. Was he a part of them when they walked on the stage? Was he there?
He's on the stage.
Well, no, I meant like when they showed those 3 people walking up on the stage. Was he one of them?
I'm not sure.
I don't see him.
I don't see him. Yeah, I don't think he shows up at all
until later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name's only in once. That's so...
Yeah, can you
terrible.
Imagine? And look at her. What is she gonna do in the Hunger Games?
Die, which is what Katniss is thinking. If we all band together, we can fight these people.
Her mother is gone. That's her thing. When something happens, she disappears.
Katniss is about that action. She's like, no.
Volunteer! I volunteer!
What was that?
I hated that.
That was weird.
I hated that. That little girl screaming her
ass off. She is doing her job.
Okay, she fed her family that year.
Now Katniss is gone.
Yeah, no. She's literally, like, as soon as...
She's like, I saved my sister, okay.
Emotions gone.
You know what would suck?
What would suck?
Is if, she did all this, and then next year Prim got picked.
Right.
Like, yo, what?
Right.
Why? Why do y'all have it out for me?
Have a big hand for our very first volunteer, Katniss Everdeen.
That, like, shot on her face was about the longest shot on anything we've had. And it was good.
Yes, y'all. Who's it gonna be?
Peter Malark.
Who that? I like how you can't see him.
You're like, where is he?
Yeah.
There
like,
he is.
The only way you would even know it was him is if you knew Josh Hutcherson's face. This was... Yeah, good placement. I do wish that they had chosen to just get some younger looking actors.
Yeah.
That looks like that was last week.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
It's like they got the actors for their names a little bit.
Oh, I meant yes, that too.
Oh, for like that.
For the flashback.
Yeah.
That was last week.
See, it also makes like the goodbye sucks because she doesn't get to say goodbye to like Madge or Mage, whatever.
And like I get it on the timing wise.
Me too.
I understand, but I think that Magiata, I don't know however you say her name. I think that she was important enough that she should have been in it.
I feel
Even
like
if it was briefly.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like there was also some things that I'm sure we could get a little less of to make up time for it.
Absolutely. It's okay, Peter. I mean, it's not, but it's okay. He's like, oh my God, I'm about to die.
I don't know. Out of the two of them, Peter might get the worst of it.
The worst
in the long run.
Oh.
Of what happens. Peter gets the...
What do you mean might? He suffered for the cause, okay? In every single way. Suffered his mind, his body. Way. He lost everything.
What was that shot? That was weird.
There are a lot of weird shots.
Why were we just like on the wall?
We didn't need this. We could have had Madge. Somebody please tell me how to pronounce her name.
We're going to just say Madge and they're going to deal with it. I don't know. President Snow reminds me a lot of Donald Trump.
Who? What?
You get to enjoy all of this.
Before I die?
You know, Effie was always so funny because it's like she knew but also didn't know.
She knew, but she was like, I have a job to do.
And on top of that, she grew up in this world where everything is completely desensitized. So
yeah, she definitely obviously cares more later because she also starts to care for them.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's part of it too. It's like you don't
want to get
let
close.
Yourself care.
Yeah, and then once they do, they're like, oh, I don't want you to die.
Oh my God, who's this?
I don't know. We've never seen him before.
Never seen him before, not once. This was good casting.
Yes, he was very good casting. And they always talk about him being like this drunk. I'm like, what do you expect?
What do you expect?
To come from somebody who won the Hunger Games?
On top of that, who constantly has to
train these kids
to die.
And they're like,
it's torture.
He's just a drunk. He doesn't know.
I know.
Like, yeah.
And then later on, Katniss is like, wow, it didn't occur to me what he might have gone through. I'm like, really?
It didn't at all?
Not once? Okay, it's fine.
Are you Peter's real father?
Mr. Shu, is he your son?
Daddy? Ew. Get your foot off my chest. I bet it stinks.
I'm like, look, I didn't win the Hunger Games just to let you steal my drink from me.
Very fit 16-year-olds. Of course.
That was an interesting cut because like 1 second her hair was up and then it was down and like I didn't register that anything had changed. Like I knew there was talking, so like they were trying to lead us into it, but I feel like it could have been done.
That's cool.
A little bit.
Showing in different Hunger Games.
Yeah. And the fact that they're making like it wouldn't be good if it was adults either, but the fact that they're making kids fight,
yeah,
like that's disgusting.
They're like 15.
That's terrible. Some younger.
Some of them are 12.
Not him waving. I mean, you know what? Yeah, what else are you supposed to do? You're going to your death. You might as well enjoy this part a little bit. I know, but also still.
He's like, hey, love me, get me things. He was always pretty good at that part.
She is not.
No, not at all.
Like she.
Ooh,
I know.
That was the vibe.
You know what I like though is that Katniss never gets good at it.
No.
Like she stays constant in that way. She's like, I'm not a people person.
And on top of that, she's like, I don't want to talk to these people. They're literally asking for my head.
Yep. And that's why Peeta's like, yeah, so you have to make them not ask for your head.
Hey.
I love him.
I love him too. Also, pretty good casting.
Great casting.
And see how they have the gold eyeliner? That's attention to detail. That's the type of thing that you like when you see an adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
I want to send a book.
Give me his story.
Because, like, why is he so different from almost everybody else in the Capitol? Like,
he's nice.
What changed him? Like, what did he see?
Yes. You know what? Yes. I would like a book. Hey, girl.
Hey, Rue, who was always black. Is that Huey?
Yes. Yeah, he's in it.
I forgot.
First of all, yes, for all the people who were, like, hating that Rue was black, in the books, her whole district is black.
I literally highlighted that brown skin.
Her whole district
she's described
is black. So I don't understand why people were so upset at her being black.
I don't know what to tell you.
It was very weird. No, I don't like those fits.
No, I'm not a fan.
No, don't like those ones either.
Not a fan.
Can we see all of them, please?
I'm trying to judge.
Right.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, very bad.
The
very
white
bad.
one in front of them looked like it was probably okay.
They're trying to show us everybody's faces. I want to judge the fits. She looks so confused.
This CGI ass fire.
I know.
It does not look good.
It doesn't
also,
look good
it's supposed to be on a cape, not just on them. All right, let me judge the fits.
I know. That's what I want to do, okay? I want to see all of them, and I want to judge. Oh, wait. Show me Rue and Thresh's. I want to see everyone. Like, don't give everybody all these outfits and not let us see them,
How
you know?
did the fire go out? Why did the fire go out?
Cinna did it. He hit a button. He said, off.
I hate it.
Welcome.
What's up?
Can we turn the echo off?
We salute.
I loved that shot of them because I think it showed their personalities.
I was just thinking that. She said,
like, she was so
like a little demon
pissed.
child.
And he's just like, huh? What? Stop showing us. Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The casting for Clove, awful. Love her though. Love her. Don't get me wrong. Like, go ahead, little orphan. Why is she this big? She's supposed to be the big bad Chloe from District 2.
Oh my gosh, you know who had good casting? Oh, what is his name? Finnick.
Yeah.
I liked Finnick's casting.
Stare at me harder, Kato. Stare at me harder. Look at little baby Huey. Who are you? I'm sorry. She's like 5 feet tall.
Hey.
I was in love with him.
Yes, Ishara was in love with him.
I was in love with him, but I would recast him too. Sorry. He's supposed to be 6'6". He's supposed to be a mountain.
Yeah, no, he gotta be like Winston Duke.
Literally, yes.
You suck.
You do suck.
How you break your ankle?
Then take it to
Mine.
How'd she even do that?
Honestly, look, I am not trying to pick fights while we in training, because they're gonna come straight for you first.
The other thing that I really, 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 really hate, more so for the next movie, but it started in this movie, is that they made the careers only District 1 and 2, and not District 1, 2, and 4. I feel like the fact that Finnick comes from a career district
is
really
important.
Adds to his character.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna kill anybody with a sack of flour.
No, but you might have a better chance.
But she was like,
Because she said, I've seen worse things.
She said District 12 might finally have a winner.
if I see her in the streets, I'm fighting her.
I am fighting her
It's on
immediately.
sight.
That's what Katniss also said. Isn't that a quote from the books?
Yes.
She said, if I see your mother in the streets, I'm fighting her.
I like how that was just a little love tap. When he came out in the books, his
She-
whole thing was messed up.
Yeah.
Who is that? I'm done. I swear I'm done. But she's like this big. It's because later on she's supposed to hold her down. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
If you don't just
That's y'all laughing. Because when I throw this at your head, then
then what?
what? Look, back up.
Like
Back
how
up.
much must that weigh, bro? I can't.
Back up.
This is my other least favorite thing. Cause what?
I love him just being in the tree. He
Like what?
Hey, Katniss,
What?
shoot straight.
I was going to
No, I'll curve it. I think that'll be more impressive.
curveball. That would be impressive.
It would be, honestly.
Don't listen to him. Curve that arrow.
Curve it. Yes, the girl, the door
I
closed.
know.
Go.
She always has this dumbass face on her.
It
Like,
does.
I'm
I get
sorry.
it.
I
Look,
get it, but please.
Get
It's
it
the
over
longest
with.
walk ever.
It really is. We didn't have to see the whole walk.
We did
Look,
not.
we could have seen
We could have seen Madge Maggiotto.
Maggie.
Margarine. It's not her fault.
It's nerve-wracking. Y'all are
Also,
watching me.
I
And
know,
they start laughing.
also, like, that was good. It wasn't, like, amazing, but look.
Because what if I put an arrow right through your head? Then
Then
what?
Period.
Exactly. Pay attention to me, bitch.
Thank you for your goddamn consideration. You make a lot of choices that get you
In
in trouble.
Hope.
This is a really good scene.
It is. And they finally studied.
Ooh.
That
Ooh!
crowd. How do you even see back
Because
there?
it curves up, but still.
That's terrifying.
Imagine you fell.
Right. You just rolling downstairs.
Rolling.
I do love this dress.
I do too. However,
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was more jeweled. The jewels themselves were supposed to represent fire. It's the fashion as well that's the fire, not just like the CGI flames that
Yeah.
you keep sticking on things. I love her dress.
She looks great. Oh,
She
I don't
does
like
look-
what her hair's doing,
No.
actually.
Oh, baby.
She's so
I
small.
no. I want to take her and protect her. And I know that's what
Katniss-
Katniss is thinking.
That's exactly how she feels too.
Yes.
She's like, baby,
I
come
want
here.
her. I want her.
Especially when she doesn't have Thresh anymore. She's like, come here, child.
They should have cast Shaquille O'Neal to be Thresh. Then I would be
Shaquille
like, there you
O'Neal.
go. Yes, that's accurate.
I love that it's muffled.
I know.
You're hearing it like from her
You
perspective.
know what didn't do that? The books.
Nice dress, too. Not yours.
Damn, that was so uncalled for. Why are you looking uncomfortable?
I know, he said. Like they're just friends.
I know.
And why not?
Go ahead, say it.
Because what?
Because what?
Because she came here with me.
Whoa!
Chapter ends.
Is he even lying?
Not even a little.
Not even a little
Not
bit.
even slightly. Ripped him up and raised him from perdition.
She grabbed his neck. She said,
He did you a favor.
He made me look weak.
He made you look desirable.
how would he make you look weak? Because somebody had a crush on you.
No, it's because it's like limiting her to
Yeah.
a single. I get it, but it's not that deep.
It is a television show, girl. You got to play your part.
This is not the roof. Where are we? What is this?
This is not the roof.
Wait, what is this setting? Y'all
Whatever
can
she's
put it
wearing
on a roof?
is comfy.
You mean you won't kill anyone?
No, he gonna go in there, bot, just like everybody else.
He's like, look, if I don't have to kill anybody, if everybody can kill everyone else for me, that'd be great.
I love that he's having an existential crisis here.
Hmm?
I know he doesn't believe that he would survive at all.
No.
Even a little.
No.
Which is why he's like, Katniss kind of could, so like, and should, so it might as well be her.
Yeah, he's honestly like, if anybody was going to survive, I would like it to be you.
He's working for her.
Yes.
Everything he's doing for her.
It's also because he's like, look, if it comes down to you and that little baby in there, I know you're not going to kill her.
True.
I know you are not going to kill her.
Yep.
When I tell you, so when I read the books, right? When I pictured the cornucopia, I pictured something that wasn't what was in the movie at all.
At all, bro.
I was like,
Because,
wait.
like, they're like, yeah, it's this golden weaving basket.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. And then you go into the movie and it looks like a robot's foot got cut off or something. Like,
They did not do it. They didn't read the books, actually. You know?
they skimmed it.
Not her smiling, girl.
First of all, who are you?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Bro, I shit myself. Like, actually.
You gotta imagine some people, like there has to be a bathroom in the store. There has to be a bathroom
The
in the store.
anxiety shit?
There has to be a bathroom. What happens if I just don't go in? You said 10 seconds, right? So then what happens?
Nobody's in
when
there.
the tube goes up and I'm not
I'm like,
there.
oh, wow. Cinna, let's go.
Oh my God, I missed it. Crazy. I'm so sorry that I have to miss out on this fun little experience.
Right, because I doubt Cinna would have pushed her in there.
Nope.
Nope. Look out.
I made a mistake. I was like, actually, Prim, you can go ahead. I didn't mean that. Ooh, that's bright.
Heaven? Show me that cornucopia.
Please show me that stupid ass cornucopia.
Show it.
Look at it.
Stupid, ugly.
Ugly.
Nope. Nope. You don't even know where you going.
Nope. Away. Damn. Look
Like,
at that.
imagine
Oh
you-
my God. She's staring at
You
me.
didn't even make it like a minute in.
Familiar boom of the
Oh my God. It has the time
The
that
time
they lasted.
It was like 31 seconds for one of them.
Crazy. That's cool.
Peter, is that you?
Could be anything. He could be the water.
He could be the water.
Oh, they took out the entire part of her damn near dying of dehydration. Like, entirety.
Like, yeah, we don't need that.
Which is fine. I thought they were going to have it, like, a little bit, but no. What?
Oh, they're projecting that? That's cool.
How? I want to know the logistics.
2 kilometers away from the nearest tribune.
Let's turn her around.
Suck my dick,
Don't
Seneca.
turn me around.
Does it in the most horrifying
In the
way
most-
ever.
Like, terrible, terrible way. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. What if she didn't wake up?
Dead. Ah!
Where did that even come from?
Woo, those are big.
Why y'all got fireballs?
They said it was plum-sized in the book. That was, oh my God!
Yo, where are the fire cannons? Where is this coming from?
Get a cannon ready.
Shut up. They were really trying to kill her.
They are. Well, they were like, either she's gonna die or one of them's gonna die. I don't know.
Oh no.
And they got her bow.
And Glimmer, like, sucks.
Yes,
Like, I love her, but, like,
she sucks.
she sucks. You got this? That one. It looks perfect for climbing. You suck, Kato. That's not going on YouTube.
My God. Sorry, Patreon, that you had to experience that.
Do it myself.
She said you suck.
You don't know how to
Girl,
shoot
you
an arrow.
suck too.
Oh,
was
that
actually
almost
pretty
hit
close.
her right in her face.
That was a little close, actually.
Maybe you should throw the sword.
Wait, what happened to the rapport? Oh, I didn't know they took that out. She was like, how y'all doing down there? He was like, I'm good. How are you? She was like, it's a little hot, but I'm chilling. That was like one of my favorite parts. Yeah, you were supposed to stay awake, dumbass.
Yeah.
This is why you die in 2 seconds. I love her, though. Hey,
Oh
queen.
my gosh, she scared me. Don't get stung.
She gonna get some.
I know, but still.
Is that like a real nest that they place there and they're like, all right, Jennifer,
Don't get stung.
don't get stuck.
Ooh, that's so many. time. Gotta go. Oh,
Yeah.
and bye.
That's an awful way to die, too.
Terrible, man. Yeah, Katniss, get down before you start.
Yeah, but also, like,
But don't
get down.
get down.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh. Wait, show her again.
Ew.
I wish it was worse. It's good.
It
but I
is
hate it.
She can't. She's gotten stung like 15 times. She said.
Well, that was good.
Yeah, I like that.
That was really good.
That was very good.
Come on now, baby girl.
It's
We know it's
okay.
you.
We not gonna hurt you. Katniss and Peeta are the safest people to be with, and
Katniss,
Thresh.
Peeta, and Thresh. Yeah. The rest of them, I don't know.
No, the rest of them I do know. No. I hate that she's in the movie more because that only means bad things. Oh,
No!
please.
First of all, Katniss, that was an attack on me. That definitely was.
Baby girl.
It'll be okay. She's
Okay.
fine.
You know what? Actually, she is okay.
She's
Her, Peeta, and Rue got out.
yeah.
Bro, why are you moving away from the supply? You're terrible.
Yeah, it's because he's like 14.
It really is.
They're all babies.
This is why they pick kids, because they're stupid. And they're like gonna die.
Get out of there. Ooh.
Yeah, you should have backed up. I remember that was one of the things that I also was thinking about, like watching these movies and reading the books, was like, how did Katniss survive this long? It was like almost purely out of luck sometimes.
Yeah.
You're just like, girl.
Now her just being right there watching. Y'all don't see her?
Up.
Y'all don't see her? Y'all don't see her?
You telling me none of y'all saw her?
Not a single person.
You didn't hear her?
All right. Let's go back to the explosion.
Yeah. Just don't even go.
Yeah.
Just don't even go.
Except do go.
But like, don't.
Oh. No.
Amandla is screaming her ass off.
No.
Oh, this poor baby. Stop, because I'm going to tear up.
Literally, this sucks. This sucks.
You would think I'd never seen this movie before.
Right. This sucks so bad.
It is awful.
I don't want to watch.
First of all, if I'm one of the viewers and I saw that, I'm like, I want this girl to win.
Yeah.
I want this girl to win. Because this baby just said that she got to win.
Yeah.
This is why they was rooting for Katniss. Because they're like, she got all the emotional scenes.
Yes. And it's funny because all the time Katniss was like, they're not going to root for me if I show too much emotion.
But like,
I'm
no,
like,
this is what they
no.
want.
Clearly.
No.
No.
Why are we in her eyes? I don't want to be her.
Oh, it's so messed up.
But
It's
this is
so
really
messed up.
good.
It is really good.
That's really good.
This is the audition that got
Yep.
Jennifer Lawrence the role.
Where's Thresh?
He's hiding, thriving, surviving. Literally. When she sees him, that's literally what she says. These flowers are ugly. I hate them. Just place cauliflower around her.
Cauliflower.
Like, where are the tulips?
That's a nice shot.
It is a nice shot. Time to cry.
Sobbing immediately.
This is my favorite of the added scenes in the movies.
Yes.
I always wondered if that was supposed to be her dad.
Yeah, I wondered too.
It's not specified, and it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter, but I wondered.
I was definitely curious.
Because I also wondered about her parents and, like, you know, if they were watching.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yes, right.
I'm gonna cry!
Right, for that baby girl. There's no way she should have been in there.
Look, it started at the day, they're doing it at night. They were out there for hours.
Hours. And that's why I was like, yo, if we all band
June
together.
2020 right here.
That was the other thing that I liked, was that Katniss was never, like, trying to start a revolution or trying to be the face of a revolution. She's just, look at her.
Yeah.
She's just this.
Yeah.
And people are like, we can't let this continue because look at her.
She goes looking for him. Figures out he's by the water.
He's in the mud, in the trees.
He quite literally is a rock.
It's so funny.
It's so weird.
It's so funny.
Ah! Like, what? how did he do this? How did he do that? Ugh.
Somebody gave him makeup.
When I was reading and I saw that they announced that 2 tributes can win from the single district, and it was right after Rue, I was like, oh my god, Thresh is probably thinking...
Yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, where's Rue?
And then she's in the sky.
Yep.
Like,
I should have gone to you. I should have just gone out in the rain.
No, it's okay.
Peeta,
it's
let
okay,
me tell
honey.
you something.
You saved her life.
You were the only person who gave her any help at that time. Not her mother, not the government.
I don't think she cares that you threw the bread or handed it to her.
Or shoved it down her throat. Like, it don't matter.
You gave her the bread, and that's what mattered.
Okay? And it is so... This section is so funny to read because she's like, wow, he is so good at this. He's so good at pretending. Could you imagine trying to figure out your feelings? Never having any romantic situation ever. Trying to figure out your feelings, knowing that you had to put on a show, and having everything that you feel and not feel and all of it being exploited for people's entertainment. And
you can't even recognize what you feel or don't feel because you have to feel a certain way for people to like you.
Yep.
So even if she does like him, she wouldn't understand it because she's like, we're doing this for the show, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that does nothing for me anymore. No, it's just awkward.
It is.
It's forced. It's weird. I hate it.
They have one good kiss out of the entire thing.
Yeah.
And it's at the end. Gail looked away. Sir.
What would you do?
Right. You would do it 2 for a check.
Okay. You would do it 2 for staying alive.
What is that?
I have no idea what that is.
It's literally like a robot hand going like this.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
The Capitol is so colorful.
Yeah.
And then you're going to tell me that they did this?
Like, what?
Woo! That got her.
Yeah, it did. She's lucky to be alive. So I can't take this seriously. She's 4 feet tall. If y'all just push her off.
That was so close.
Just this time, 12. For Rue.
He's like, you protected my baby girl. The best you could.
Yep.
The best you could. I wonder how he knew.
He didn't. She told him. And I was thinking that.
Because, I'm like, it's not like they have TVs there.
Yeah.
They can't see what's going on.
I was like, why did they take out the part of her explaining
because
what she did for Rue? That's the only reason why he let her live.
Yeah, because I'm like, there would be no way that he would know that. It's the blood on her. She was like, Simba.
I know. He said
it's the circle of life.
We should probably hunt around here. We don't have any food left.
Okay, I'll take the bow. I'm just kidding. I'll go take some stuff.
That's the first time she smiled.
Yeah.
This whole movie.
Yes.
The only time.
She smiled once with Gale.
I didn't know.
You scare me to death.
He really did it.
Because she's like, oh my god, did you eat one?
You ready, Lucia?
Oh, right here, sir.
Oh. I hate these bitches.
I do too, but for a different reason.
I hate these bitches.
I don't like how generic they look. Because in the books, they're supposed to take on the shape
of the person,
color of the person.
And the eyes.
The eyes.
That's how they knew, because they were like, those look like...
And they have the collars. And they just have this generic... No. I think that's my biggest irritation. Because that's one of the best parts about making a movie adaptation is that you can have these visual aspects that you can't fully have inside of the book. And they just lazy with it.
Yeah.
Give me those creepy ass dogs that have the form of the tributes.
Yeah. That's I mean, I hate them in this because they're still creepy, but I hated them in the books too because I was like, ew.
Also, that's not how Thresh died. There was a battle. He's not gonna get taken out by some dogs. That was racist.
They just killed him off. They were like, we need him gone.
And I get that, but no. Don't put your bow down.
Keep your bow up and ready. Don't look closer. Yeah, what is that even supposed to be?
I literally told
them. They didn't read the books, clearly.
Peeta!
They grabbing my hair.
Oh damn. He lifted him up.
He's strong.
See, now this is where I can't even tell who's who.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
He's got two blonde boys
and
fighting.
they're moving it, so can she tell? Oh, now she can, okay.
It always was, right?
And that's the true messed up thing, because none of them are the actual enemy.
No, they aren't. It's them,
Yeah.
the Capitol. President Snow.
Because they did this to all of them. They turned Kato into this. They turned Clove into that.
They raised them to be like that. I feel bad for the life you had to live.
Do you know how long this went on for in the books?
Mm-mm.
Like a full day, maybe longer. He was getting gnawed at. And he was still alive. She had to put the arrow through him.
Go ahead.
Immediately. He's like, you knew I wanted you to win. And, you know, Peter's also like, what do I have to go home for?
His
My
abusive
parents?
mother?
Like, he's like, you have Prim. Oh my God. They're gonna kill themselves.
Oh my God, this is so romantic.
Yeah, bro, you not having a great time. He said, wait.
Stop!
Hold on 1 second.
Like, I was just
joking.
I was just kidding. You're screwed, my guy.
That was not the wave.
No.
Why? Because I didn't die?
Because you showed them up.
This whole part was rushed.
What part?
All this whole part. Not even just in the movie, in the book too. No, they don't. Where do you think you're going?
To die?
They didn't get a chance to talk about it. Is the thing.
That's the thing. They didn't get the chance to talk about it.
I feel like y'all could have given their conversation a little more time.
Yeah, I think that was what made me mad about the ending, was that they didn't put enough time in their conversation.
Books or movies?
Movie. Because I remembered the whole conversation in the books, and I'm like, because the book, the conversation at the end of the book helps make sense the beginning of the next one.
Yes.
You know, and helps make sense of the beginning of the next, like,
where they're at,
and like why things are the way that they are in the next one. Because in the beginning of the next one, you're like, wait, what?
Also,
why?
in this one, it's not clear that, like, it's clear based off the acting, but it's not explicitly said that PETA was not playing a game.
Yes.
Like, this is real for him. This is real life.
Which isn't, because that's what he says at the end of the book, right?
Because what happens is Haymitch goes to them and is like, all right, y'all, we about to be there. Only a little bit of time left.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, time for what? And she's like, time for us to play our act. And he's like, our what?
Yeah. I remember that, because that's what I was like, what made me mad about the movie was that they didn't show that.
Yeah.
Because instead they leave you on this note where they're like still on the same page.
Basically, yeah.
And then, but in the books, it's like,
and he's like mad.
In the book, that's what I didn't. I was like, in the books, he is pissed. He's pissed off.
Yeah.
Because he's like, what the fuck are you even talking about? So they have him like smiling at the end, which is fine because he does. But like, he's also clearly mad.
You can do like an extra 5 minutes.
An extra 5 minutes. It would have been fine.
An extra day.
Like,
not even. Y'all were already on set.
They like just have them have that conversation where he's just like, and he's mad. Because I think that's a part of his character and that's a part of it. And then we just go into the next movie.
And the difficulty of the situation, because it sucks for both of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame Katniss at all.
No. Because then it's also Katniss not understanding, too, because she's like, what are you mad about?
Yeah. And she's like, she goes on this whole, like, thing in her mind where she's like, it's not fair of him to blame me for doing what I had to do to survive. And it's not fair of him just because he understands what he feels. I don't understand how I feel, and I haven't had the chance to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yes, girl, it's true. It's not fair. None of this is fair.
Nope, not for either one of you.
No.
But, yeah, that's what I didn't like. Also, was PETA's leg...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, PETA was supposed to not have a leg. And I remembered that, and I was like, did y'all just not want to...
I didn't like that.
You just didn't want to CGI? Like,
because
I hated that they took it out.
It makes sense for there to be permanent physical damage after games like this.
Yes.
Now, they fixed Katniss's ear in the book, which is fine. But I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that he would be without a leg. But they took that out. They also took out the fact that she was like literally deaf in her one ear for the second half of the games.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that was one of the things that I didn't like either, was that PETA had his leg.
Yeah.
I remember watching the movie and I was like, why he still got a leg?
He still got a leg. And
it's supposed to be gone.
I even was like, oh, maybe they just, I don't know, they didn't mention in this one because of the time thing, but they'll mention it in the second one where it's far more of a big deal.
No.
But no.
This boy just has a leg.
He just got a leg.
He's got
Which
both
is,
of them.
if I had to pick, I would love for Peter to have his leg, but like
yeah, but like in the
have
book,
him get rid of his leg
for a
He
reason.
lost his leg. He should have lost his leg.
Just saying. But the second book or the second movie does, from what I remember, follow the books more.
I think it does.
So
too.
we'll have to see.
We will have to see.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And shout out to our patrons.
Oh yes, shout out to the patrons.
You were just about to die.
I was just about to done.
You're like done all the way. You're like, we're stopping, we're done. I'm getting food.
Shout out to the patrons.
The patrons are going up the screen right now.
And if you watch to the end,
give
us
a
bow and arrow. Do they have an arrow?
Do they have a bow and arrow?
I have no idea. Yes. Yeah. Give us a bow and arrow. And tell us what you thought of the movie. Have you ever seen it before this?
Who's your favorite character?
Who's your favorite character?
I think mine is PETA.
I think mine is Finnick.
For the Hunger Games.
Oh. I was gonna say for like, if you want to say for like the entire thing. For the entire series, my favorite character is Finnick. I love him. For Hunger Games, yeah, PETA.
That's not gonna be who? Clove? It's Thresh, actually.
It's Rue, actually.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be Katniss? No.
It's Foxface, actually. It's not Katniss.
It's not Katniss.
Sorry. No offense to her. She cool, but she's not my favorite.
No. She's slightly annoying.
A little. But like, annoying in like really reasonable, understandable
She's annoying
ways.
in like main character way too. Like a lot of main characters can be annoying.
It's just because you're with them the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
You're not gonna like anybody who you're with the whole time, unless for me it's Harry Potter.
All right. So tell us your characters.
And put that emoji. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.